Good morning, people. Right, it's 7:49 on Thursday morning, and today I kept it really simple. I didn't get up particularly early. I probably woke up about 6, rolled over, fed the dog, let her out, and then couldn't see anything interesting, so went back to sleep and decided to switch my phone and all my alarms off, because I'd had such a stonking day yesterday, about 10 winners in total. And then, because I decided to rely on this thing, so many trades yesterday relying on this histo alert. So, as I say all the time, you never ever stop learning in this game. So following my own mantra of keeping it simple, all I wanted to do was wait till this broke the line, really, and then watch what it does and use my new rules. And guys, this is a 30-minute chart. There's the bust, there's the pullback, there's the break, and what happens? The price flies. Here's the bust, here's the pullback. Wait for the break of the high of that bust bar, if you like, and what happens? Price collapses. That's the lean time of the market, so you wouldn't want to be involved there. But if we use the second one, which is when I would be involved in the market, there's a new bust, there's the pullback, there's the break and close just before that pink line. Any of these, and price collapses. Same over here. Bust up, pull back, break and close. You could have got in anywhere over here. This is a 30-minute chart. It's not the chart I trade. So pop down to the 15-minute chart. What's happening? We can clearly see we've got the bust up, we've got 3-bar pullback, and then I don't know whether this was higher. When I rolled over, this was breaking through the high. I'll double check those levels. 13,652.72 rather, and this was about 14, I think. Yeah, 14,358. So that was the break up. That's the bust, pullback, break and close. I was looking at the price here. That we've got the. How often does this happen? That one was a non-trade. You can clearly see why. This one was a good trade. This one was a good trade, down. This one should be a good trade. So it was just a no-brainer, really, because you've had the pullback, you've had your drawdown. This is screaming long. This is absolutely 100% the method, the system. 5-minute, just to have a double check of what's going on. Clearly see we've got some sort of 2B formation here, low, break, or even low and break, and the price is going up. Didn't look at that on the 15-minute. There's your low, there's your break bar, that's the price gone up, that's the 2B spike. This is now a 1, 2, 3 reversal, or cup and handle. Failed to make a lower low, whatever you want to call it. With this, it's absolutely solid gold, so I can't recommend watching this enough. Simple. Oh, this also was double checked. That's the first go-to indicator, just to get a rough idea of what's going on. And once the price is above this hourly 8MA, we're good to go. So 8 pips. Oh, and the target, what do I always say? If you watch my videos, always check the last support broken. That is where price will most likely go back to test. So the target, and when I say last support, I'm not talking about this thing here. I'm talking about the most recent. So you've broken through. It's much like the 2B reversal analogy, really. I've never thought of that before, but that's what it virtually is. So the break of that support is likely to be where price will return to. Let's have a look. I didn't even think about that. I traded to, yeah, just short of that. I traded to that green line there, and it just happened to be 8 pips. So can you get more relaxed than that, guys? There it is there. It's just your trade. The important thing is you're trading when all the big boys are looking at the charts, so the momentum will carry your trade. You're not, and also this is important, I don't mention this enough, you're before, it's still 7:54. This is when I would want to be out of my trade. So if I was only 2 pips in profit here, I wouldn't hold it through 7, because you're just gambling. I wouldn't hold it through 7 till 8 o'clock changeover. You know, it might go up and hit you take profit. It might well absolutely tank, because we are in the volatile times of the market. So if this drops down now below and then pulls up green and then red again, what do you know has happened? It's totally reversed on you, and you could trade that short. And what else do I say? I call this the grinding period. Pre-London Open, you've had your Frankfurt games. The real grinding period is 5 or 6 a.m. till 7. Then you don't want to be in your trade at 7 o'clock again, because that's when the DAX open. That's when it goes bonkers. But once they've decided the direction on that 7 o'clock bell, if you like, that's when you're going to get your pullback. That's when you're going to get your potential burst. So there is no avoiding screen time to get your confidence up. But you know, you don't need to sit watching the charts all day long. You only need to sit and watch them between about 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock if you can. Or study that period. Get a couple of vertical lines on there, 6 a.m. till 8 a.m. and then own that time frame. And then the end of day, I suggest you have a look at the same thing. But this histo alert, a free indicator with my reversals. Oh, I forgot to mention that on the 5 minute. There's the reversal there. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and reversal. That again was, and this was before I actually came into the market, opened my charts about here. So I could see this had been broken as well. The 15 minute, you may look at that and say, well, you didn't get a reversal there. High, low, lower high, lower low. Well, firstly, I didn't need one because it hadn't reversed against itself. We weren't trading against a reversal. It had reversed to the long side over here. Another thing worth mentioning. Oh, and this is what I don't mention enough either. Divergence. You could say that is the first thing you want to be looking for before you even look at the currency. If you've got divergence, the currency GBP was exactly where we are now, 5.6, and the US dollar was a little bit higher. I think it was about 3, or should I say lower. But you've got your lower lows making higher lows on there. So yeah, screen time, guys. You know, over here, when I got involved in this H1 reversal over here, and I forgot to mention divergence as well, clearly lower low making a higher low. That is solid momentum there. This is not solid momentum. This is like exhaustion momentum, if you like. So all these little things to add to your trading toolbox, guys. So I've earned more than my day's requirement now, and look at that, how that's crashing. Admittedly, it's still 2 minutes before the hour, or 1 minute. Hourly turnover, and if you hadn't have taken your little bit of profit, you would have been, well, I would have been in drawdown now. So don't be greedy. Trade to the levels, and that was clearly what I was trading to here with this green low there. It's nothing ever changes, guys. I never change my rules. I update things and add to things, but fundamentally it's just 3 candle reversals and then adding a bit of screen time knowledge to the game. You know, that you could not possibly go long. That crossover, I'm talking about the arrow, you could go long. I'm not sure whether we can see others yet. Below, go long, go short. Short again. Long, we're above. Long, we're above. So all of these yielded good trades. Lots of sideways, but this is midnight. I'm fast asleep in the land and nod. But it's still, you know, on a 1 minute chart, there's still opportunities there. That went down, that went down, that went up, that one failed, but you haven't even got your burst and poke here, have you? You burst and then break and close. So that was a non-starter. That was good. Sideways again. So guys, you know, just use this indicator, the power here, and where you are with regards to the 8 hourly EMA, and good old divergence as well on that histo alert. It is priceless. So what's this doing now? Just quickly, we can't possibly think of going short here, so if we get a break and close, then you know the drill. As always, disclaimer, do not trade anything I talk about on here. It is for learning purposes only. And this was a simplified chart because this is growing and growing and growing in my experience. The other thing to say is that if I wasn't happy with this analysis before I entered this trade, then I would have drawn all my lines on the chart, as always. But you know, this was a no-brainer trade. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Oh, and don't forget, like and subscribe if you happen to like this stuff. Thank you.